ready to go.
Okay. I'm doing the intro or?
Yeah, you got the intro.
Okay. All right. Does somebody count me down whenever you're ready?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Dr. Rajarao.
It's live, Dr. Karim.
Kareem, you're on.
Hello, I want to welcome you to a wonderful episode of Global Express TV, where we do our best to make sure we bring you the best and the brightest information from across the globe. My name is Kareem Ellis, speaker, teacher, trainer, #1 breakthrough strategist, and I am super excited today because we are announcing the launch of International Institute of Influences Canadian chapter. That's right, the Canadian chapter. So on that note, I want to hand it over to our the one and only Dr. Shama Hussein. Dr. Shama, are you there with us?
I think we have some persons unmuted, and that's giving us time.
Dr. Shama, are you there with us?
Good evening, everyone. So, Dr. Karim, thank you so much. Dr. Karim, a wonderful personality, empowered personality, and he's a board of director of III. And we as a team, always there as a family. As a family, we come up everywhere to empower everyone. Thank you, Dr. Karim. Thank you for introducing our team, our guest, everyone. Thank you so much. So, my dear friends, today, what is the specialty of today? My question to each and everyone who are watching us. Today is International Yoga Day.
Oh, yes.
You know one more thing? Today is the day where we have launched exactly last year our logo. The logo launching was done. That's the reason, in all over the world, people call yoga is nothing but mental health, spiritual health, a power, an inner power. And we launched our logo on the day. So definitely, we International Institute of Influencers are carrying that vibrations of spiritual power. So my dear friends, don't worry. We only will not carry, we'll carry the ripples to you as well. We are bringing the ripples to everywhere so that everyone be peaceful. What is the purpose of education? Why are we studying education? Why are you taking that? The only reason is the only purpose of education is peace. When power of love takes up the love of power of love takes up the love of power, the peace. That's what International Institute of Influencers trying to bring, that love of power completely wiped out, and power of love should be there, each and every one, so that we start appreciating, loving, gratitude, compassion, criticism, management, appreciation, and just love and peace everywhere in this world. So my dear friends, this is what our International Institute of Influencers are going to do with our 10 verticals, 10 10 verticals. Youth leadership programs, IAFB, Academic Fraternity Board, Student Fraternity Board, Global Express TV, I Transform magazine. We have 10 verticals, International Association of Women Influencers, what not. And these all we are going to initiate with a new journey of empowerment in our Canada chapter. The chapter will be headed by very powerful, very empowered, very passionate, and very generous lady who is all the time ready to empower, support to everyone. Nothing but Miss Mokshivik. She's with us today. She is going to spread her magic to everyone for sure. And my dear friends, so this is our new initiative where we are going to try to empower everyone in that country as well, as much as we can with your support. And what is another specialty today? Another specialty is we are going to launch digital marketing program, which is the need of the hour in the society right now. You need to know how to win, how to empower yourself. Charity begins at home, my dear friends. So before we empower everyone, let's empower ourselves. To empower yourself, you need to master yourself. You need to master yourself by getting empowered with lots of things that are required for your survival. So we are bringing out for you what is required for your survival, and that is the launch today with our specialist. We have Professor Ashish, Professor Shenki, Dr. Ravneet, who are going to highlight this importance of this. I'm sure you are not going to leave that. So, my dear friends, these are all the specialties, and without wasting my time, we have our chief guest today. And to take you to our chief guest, Dr. Eliza White, who is nothing but a magic spreader. I'm a big fan of her. I'm a big fan of her, the way she speaks. You know, the way she speaks is just makes you feel that you are having an ice cream. You are just having an ice cream, a sweet cakewalk. She will take you so softly, and she will comfort you in such a way that you will just start loving her. She is a magical queen. She does, and she never says no. She is all the time to support. That is what I, as a family, I always feel proud. They're all with me every time. And yes, as a team, we all will stay together. Unity in diversity. So without wasting time, let me invite magical queen, Dr. Eliza White. Dr. Eliza, stage is yours.
Oh, Dr. Shava, you know what? Because you're so biased because we're sisters. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning from Arizona.
Of education is an emerging concept, and it is also very important. The first thing we need to do is we have to make people understand what really education is. You can see in many countries, people think education is just producing the result. So sending a student in a school and whatever the way, just producing the result by compromising the quality or the real quality of education. So the first thing is people should understand what is really meant by education. You can see in many countries, people think education is a competition. So you want to compete other people, district, and you want to compete in other countries. There are international assessments, there are international examinations. So because of the competition, the real means of education is not really there. So the rote learning, drilling, and ignoring the values and the concept of competition. And we should tell the parents, we should tell the policy makers, we should tell everyone, education is not a competition. Then only the benefit education goes to the students. You can see some students, they produce very good result in the school, whether O-level or A-level. But in the real life, are they really producing the same performance? That's because the wrong approach in education, wrong methodology is used. Finally, make people really understand what is education. What's the purpose of education? Why students go to school? Is it only knowledge which is important? But we all know that holistic education is the most important. Knowledge is everywhere. But how about the values of the child and the whole society? So that is my suggestion. To implement your concept of humanization. All these things can work. The first thing is we have to redirect the education. In my understanding, the world education is not really going in a right direction. You know, even international examination bodies like Cambridge University, Edexcel, and other in India, CBSC, all the people are checking students' knowledge. In 21st century, why we are so much worried? Benefit of education comes, the values, and 21st century knowledge is creating more knowledge and applying the knowledge. We are living in a knowledge economy, especially some of you from USA and Canada and developed country, you know, the world economy has transformed from production-based economy to knowledge-based economy, where the knowledge is the most important resource to produce goods and services. Therefore, knowledge should be used to apply and also to create more knowledge. So I can say that your approach to humanization of education is a concept that I really love. Even I am ready to contribute what I can do. And even before starting some of the side conversation, I have heard that you said that promoting love, that is very, very important. You know, one thing in the world, this is a bit out of the topic maybe, we are living in a very materialistic world and everyone is interested for the financial capital. But we should promote social capital. Where love, we should promote love, spread love, we should like each other, we should help each other, we should be kind. But sadly, you can see when somebody is asked to do certain thing, the first question is how much I will get. If the answer is you will get nothing, then the person will say, no, I'm sorry, I have very important things to do where I can get money. So the question is, how much money are you really looking for, and how you will be satisfied by getting how many millions? There is no end in that. So you can see millionaires, they are trying to be billionaires, and billionaires are trying to be trillionaires. So those who own one shop is trying to increase second shop. So there is no end. So we cannot succeed, or you cannot win this competition. Therefore, we have to divert our direction. We have to promote love. We have to promote social capital. We should help each other. We should promote peace. We should promote human rights and collaboration. And I can say this team is really wonderful. I can see the smiles from everyone. And I know you all are very happy to be here and working very happily. That is an amazing thing. So that really gives more energy to me also. And I'm also very happy to see such smiling and very happy faces. So why don't we bring the same smile? Everyone. Smile on everyone's face, not only smiles on us. If our target is, if the greatest happiness we get is making somebody else smile, so then definitely we can see smiling faces everywhere. So this type of things we need to promote, but people are too busy for their greedy, materialistic things, or some people are thirsty for power. So some are trying to get more money, others are trying to get more power, and those who are in power, they want to sustain their power. Those who are rich, they want to be richer. So this is the kind of world we are experiencing. Thank you.
My dear brother, I am going to call you brother. Is that okay? Because you spoke the heart, and you spoke the heart of I this morning. You spoke so eloquently, right, Dr. Sharma?
Exactly, Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa, exactly. I was resonating each and everything that Dr. Abdullah was telling. We used to tell that we have to promote life, education for life, not for just for living. We want to promote it for life. We want to bring happiness index, happiness quotient everywhere. Let's spread the smiles. Yes, definitely, Dr. Abdullah, it's a promise from International Institute of Influencers that we as a team, as a very powerful team, yes, you have noticed very well that we are all very strong team. Very strong team. We are a big family. And as a family, yes, we will not restrict that happiness, that smile to us only. According to the law of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So we will pass that so that it will come back to us again. So thank you, Dr. Abdullah. It was amazing.
Yes, sure was. And with your permission, our dear chief guest, we want to ask, do we have your permission to distinctly today launch our Canada chapter of III? Would you give us permission to do so, Dr. Abdullah?
Yeah, it's really an honor and privilege to get the opportunity to inaugurate your Canada chapter. Congratulations to you all. We all are living in a globalized world. And one of the 21st century skills is collaboration. So you are really skillful in this 21st century skill, and you are applying this, and you are collaborating, and you are expanding. I'm sure the benefit goes to many people. The more you collaborate, the more you engage. So it's really a pleasure to inaugurate your Canada chapter, and I wish all the best. I'm sure that opening this chapter will add more value to your work. So I wish you all the best, and congratulations for all the beautiful and handsome and very happy and smiling people. I hope your smile keep going and you make other people smile as well.
Dr. Abdullah, it is amazing. And you know, our chapter from Southeast Asia and Nigeria, and we are creating influencers. In the education field, we are creating ripples. People are appreciating for our work. Now I'm going to share the launch. And in that you can see the Minister of Education from Philippines, he has appreciated our work in Philippines because we have empowered the departments of many colleges there, and they really appreciated our work. So now with your permission and all the guests of honors here and everyone over here with your Dr. Manju, I think Dr. Manju has, and Dr. Dilip just now he called me that he has lost the power, but he will join anywhere, anytime he can join. He has prepared a big presentation as well for us. So Dr. Manju, with everyone's support and everyone's cheers, let us start this launch this Canada chapter. So let me share the screen right now, and Let's do it. Oh, sorry. I have to share the sound. Sorry, I'm good. Repeating it. Sorry. I will stop share. One second. I'm extremely sorry. Why it's not stopping? I just want to ask, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
No.
Screen, nothing is visible, but voice is there, ma'am.
Is there, Shanki? I thought it's not.
Now something is visible. Let's see. It's your desktop which is visible.
Now can you see the screen?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. And we can hear as well.
Chief Executive Officer and founder of International Institute of Influencers, Dr. Shama Hussain, members of the Institute, fellow honorees, and course completers who are here today, proud of what they have accomplished. Thank you for warm welcoming me to be a part of this ceremony. It is an honor to have been selected as your guest to speak about the practicalities and the idealism education carries, even when the pandemic dampened the energies and the excitement of the graduation ceremonies. This should be one of the most memorable days you should write in your journals. Quality education is synonymous to continuing education. Learning challenges give the action of growth. We, as thinking humanity, put education as the only legacy we can give ourselves and our families. We have this innate pride and that sense of
This is what we are working over. Thank you once again for watching. This is International Institute of Influencers in different flavors, international flavors. Our USB is international flavors completely. We are spreading it with the different verticals, totally 10 verticals. Thank you big thank you to our chief guest, Dr. Abdullah, for your grand launch and supporting us. Over to you, Dr. Eliza.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shama. Just love watching that video of how we are impacting all over the world. And now it is my privilege to pass the microphone to a sister that I have met about a year ago, who I am so proud that we will be working here together in III as she overlooks and leads our Canada chapter. It is my honor to give the mic to my sister Mushki Verk as she tells us a little bit about what she intends to do with III Canada chapter. Over to you, Mushki.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much, Dr. Elisa. And just to make it clear, my name is Mokshi Verk. All right, thank you.
That is my apologies. I do put that K as silent, don't I?
Yeah, so it's Mokshi Verk. Thank you. So I would like to thank Dr. Shama Hussain, founder, director, and the board of International Institute of Influencer, to appoint me as the president of Canada chapter for III. It's a great honor for me. Just to introduce myself, I am a passionate community leader, founder director of a nonprofit organization known as Indo-Canadian Association, mentor, realtor by profession, TV host, and working with youth and women. So that's what my focus area has been. I'm a passionate person to help newcomers coming to Canada as immigrants. They always look for help and support. So it's always great to connect with newcomers here. Let me start with a quote, which I thought that will be very apt here. It's called, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success." So I wanted to start with this quote, which is so motivating. Dr. Shama is working so hard, bringing people from different parts of the world together. And I feel the world is a global village now. There are no more borders. We are all connected virtually everywhere. So it's good that we are launching a chapter in Canada so that North America with Dr. Elisa, we can be a part of Indian International Institute of Influencers. I had a privilege of having Dr. Elisa with us for our International Women's Day celebration that we did. She was one of our guest speakers there. And you are amazing, Dr. Elisa, the passion that you have, along with Dr. Shama, the passion of spreading this legacy of education all over the world. I mean, I'm so humbled and so proud to be a part of this organization. Really looking forward. I believe when we talk about influencers, the quality that we look in an influencer is always trust and credibility. And that takes time to build. Trust doesn't happen overnight. Credibility doesn't build in one day. It takes really a long time to build that credibility, make a place for yourself in the community, in the organization, and then you can obviously influence the world. So very apt name that you have chosen, Dr. Shama Hussain, to have all the influencers from the world together on one platform. And I'm really glad that we are doing this Canadian chapter launch today in presence of all these eminent leaders from around the world. And honestly, as Dr. Elisa was saying, even I'm really excited to visit Maldives sometime. So maybe we should plan a conference or something in the Maldives where we can all go together with Dr. Shama Hussain, and maybe we can have a nice session there. So it'll be really something which we can plan for future. But really happy.
Yes, Ms. Mokshi, all influencers together. Yes, definitely in Maldives. The next event we'll plan it under leadership of Dr. Abdullah.
That'll be really nice. Yeah. So we'll have Dr. Abdullah host us, and we'll all be there as influencers. And definitely the purpose that we have started, or we are part of this organization, is obviously one is education, which is the very important aspect. You know what? We'll all be going one day. We will only be leaving our legacy behind. And education, women empowerment, youth empowerment, these are big. Even if we can play a small part as a community partner, that'll be great. That's the legacy we're going to be leaving behind. So thank you so much for making me a part of this initiative. And I'm really looking forward to planning some events together, planning some conferences, whether it's virtually or in person, but really excited to be a part of it. I came as an immigrant to Canada. I'm from India. I came as an immigrant here. It's been 20 years. Time has just flown by. But when I look back, the journey that we have gone through, when we started, it was challenging. It was full of struggle, because when we landed in Canada, I had a 6-month-old baby. So it was a big challenge to start all over again in a brand new country. Even though when I was in India, I was very successful manager there, and I was working with the government organization, very prestigious job where you are meeting all the influential people. But starting all over again in a new country was a big challenge. And today I'm so proud, even though there was a lot of struggle, but today I am a community representative. We have our own nonprofit organization. We have more than, when we organize an event, we have more than 1,000 people attend our events, whether it's celebrating International Women's Day, whether it's celebrating Multiculturalism Day in Canada, because Canada is surrounded by multicultural communities from all over the world. We have over 100 different communities, different nationalities living together in a peaceful way. So which I'm so proud of. Today, I'm a Canadian citizen, so I'm really proud of my background as an Indo-Canadian, settled in Canada, and now trying to spread our word all over the world. I'm very passionate about women empowerment. I feel that we should not be even talking about equality. I mean, in this century, everything should be treated as equal. Men and women should be treated equal. So sometimes we talk about celebrating International Women's Day. I feel that no, we don't have to celebrate. It should be every day. We don't have to dedicate one day for celebrating International Women's Day. It should be every day. Men and women, we can all work together, live harmoniously with no problems. That's what we are aiming at. I'm really hopeful things will improve, will get better. We had a bad time, unfortunately, with COVID for last 2 years. Everybody was going through a very difficult time during COVID. Everything was restricted, but now we are emerging successfully. We're coming out of COVID and really looking forward to spread happiness, spread the education all over the world, and trying to help our youth come forward, because they're going to be leading us in future. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to hearing from other leaders who are here with us. And thank you, Dr. Shama and the board of III for having me as the president representing Canadian chapter.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mokshi. It is amazing hearing to you. And yes, what you said is absolutely right. It's not easy for a woman who is Indian and then settle in Canada and then sustain herself. I'm sure what kind of resilience you might have developed to face the challenges. Nothing is possible without challenges. I'm sure you have overcome all those challenges. That's why you're a leader right now. And that's why you're an influencer. And that's why you're with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'm so honored that I am also appointed as the president in 2020 for World Book of Records for Toronto. And for Vicky as Women India Chamber of Commerce and Industry as the president for Central Canada India Business Chamber. So it was great. The journey had been great. And I'm so happy that now I'm a part of III. And we're definitely looking forward to create ripples so that we can leave our legacy here.
Thank you so much, Mushki. We are so, Mokshi, we are so proud of you as a person.
Good.
It's my accent. See the story that we all have in common here is I migrated to the USA almost 20 years as well. And I'm a US citizen, but I do come from Guyana, South America. So I have a bit of an accent that comes out here and there. So forgive me, everyone, as you get to know me. It slips and I don't get my Americanized version of my accent coming out perfectly, but we love you and we're so blessed to have you. And without further ado, we just want to give the microphone to our dear friend, brother, and board of director here, Mr. Kareem Ellis, as he's going to introduce and have a little bit of interaction with one of our other chief guests here, Dr. I'm not going to say, let it be a surprise who he's going to introduce. How about that?
Well, if you see a smile on my face, the reason why I'm smiling, because a smile is the cheapest thing in the world. It costs you absolutely nothing. And when you smile, you give permission for the rest of the world to smile with you. And a smile makes everyone feel fantastic. So I'm looking at a room full of smiles across the board. And why would we not smile? This is a momentous occasion. We are history in the making under the vision of the great Dr. Shama Hussein. We are launching the Canadian chapter of III. Now, I live by principle, which is simply this: leadership is influence, and influence is opportunity. That means when the world sees your ability to lead, you create influence all over the globe. When you create that influence, you open up the gateway. You tear down borders and boundaries for opportunity. Opportunity for education, opportunity to present change, opportunity to be the best version of you. And my next guest is a leader. He's influential, and he's here to share opportunity with the world. So Dr. Dillip, I would love for you to join us on the stage right now. It's our honor, our privilege, and our pleasure to hear about you. And I'm very curious. One of the questions I have to know after looking over your illustrious resume is, how do you personally think the launch of the Canadian chapter will help to create influence all over the globe?
Okay, thank you. It's a surprise. I thought I was going to be a second speaker, but I think I'm after Ms. Mokshi. I'm as excited, but before that, I must thank Dr. Shama, who chased me down when I was, actually vacationing with my daughter. You know, she's a Australian citizen, and she chased me and we had a long talk. And I got motivated, for a young person like her, and for an oldie like me, the way she went through it. Thank you, Dr. Shama, for having me here, and I'm excited.
I should ask you to forgive me all the time chasing you when you are speaking.
No,
I think it was late night, I used to call you.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I began my career as a salesman. Okay, and one of the things I realized was, if you don't chase, you don't get. Okay, so that was that. To speak a little about me, there isn't really much. I mean, with all these illustrious people, what I heard from Ms. Werk was, too good to be true. But just to identify a little with her, my son is in Canada, and that's my next port of call in Toronto. I will be, hopefully, let's hope we can meet.
Oh, sure.
What I liked about, are you in Toronto, by the way?
Yes, I am based in Toronto, so it'll be nice to have you here.
Yeah,
Please do connect, and even I would take this, sorry to interrupt, but I'll invite everyone. If you're in Toronto, visiting Toronto, please be our guest. We will definitely love to meet you all.
See, this is the great thing that Dr. Shama has managed to do, connect us. So if you give me the host rights, I'll just quickly go through.
Already, Dr. Dilip, I have done.
Okay, so let me first just take it out. So I just want to speak because I have been having some reservations as to how education is happening the world over. Incidentally, I teach in Australia, obviously online. I have taught a little bit in UK in Southampton University. And of course, I am a co-chancellor for Commonwealth University. Now that university, just let me tell you, only looks at, ministers, governors of central banks and those, and we conduct workshops. It's not a regular university as we understand. So that's not where I'm talking from. My other academic this thing and my own experiences in the world at large has led me to just give you this small little presentation.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Dilip. You've spent so much of time to prepare the presentation and to convince the world about humanization of education.
Yeah, I hope it is visible though.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so what I want to say is that this is the need of the hour, humanizing, because as we go down this presentation, you will probably understand what I'm trying to say. And I am, can't say use that strong word, but if there was a softer word, then I am a little concerned and distressed at the way education is going around the world. So here is what is the education systems like. For a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. Now you can see that all the animals may not be able to do it. And this is what we are. Yes?
Interrupt you. The screen is blank.
That's the problem. Okay, so can you see it like this?
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine, Dr. Dilip. We can deal with this.
Yeah. So what is I'm saying that, what we try to do is get into a system and evaluate everybody the same way. Now, that is not how it works. There are about 8 types of intelligence. Everybody is good. And we will need to first look at customizing and then injecting the thing. As we go down the presentation, we'll come to the next one. So here is another thing that, in the real world skills, what do you have? And there you are, the student answers. I can take tests, and that is what we are leading all these evaluation systems, etc., needs to be looked at differently. Okay, there could be another session on this, and I'll be glad to participate in that. Now, here is what is happening. See, the Industrial Revolution 1, which was around the steam, then it was around electricity, then it was around, power production, computerization and IT, and today it's supposed to be around data. So what is this leading us to? What is this leading us to? It is leading us to something like this. I'm sorry. Very soon, we will be having a robot who would probably be replacing us. That is fine. I mean, if the purpose of science is to ease the, whatever pressures that human beings can have. But there is only one difference. A robot can be programmed, and therefore there is no emotional connect. It will be programmed to do whatever it's supposed to do, maybe do it faster, more efficiently, more quickly than us, more effectively too. But there are times in life where a particular kind of empathy, a particular kind of compassion needs to come into the whole thing. And that little thing is missing in all the education systems that I know of. Okay, so here is another thing, and these are not my this thing. This is a study which is picked up from the World Economic Forum. I should imagine that COVID has actually speeded up what should happen in 2030. If you were to look at the top 5 in 2030, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So if you were to look at the top 5, it really means that the skills that will be required down the line is going to be human. It will have to have some human elements to it before you can try and do. Okay, after that, the remaining will be machine-led. It is also said by World Economic Forum that almost 40% of the current jobs as we know them would disappear. Now, I'm still talking from the career point of view. I will come to the... Now, the good news is that they also say that about 60% of new kind of jobs will come. And all those will come around just one single fact, that is empathy. And empathy cannot be there without the human values. So that is what is the shape of things. Now, so are we trying to develop into robots? Because that's what it is. Success is defined by material trappings that we can have, selfish desires to jump the queue. That means we are VIPs. We are somebody who's to be looked at differently. We have our own egos too. And then we want status as leaders, as whatever, but we don't want to serve the people. Sorry. And there is always an intolerance. We make fun. We are irritated by human weaknesses, which we are not willing to understand. So the empathy part is what is missing. So here is what it is. Do we want a society like this? Do we want that? Now that is the role which, as I understand from Dr. Shama, and therefore I'm very motivated to be part of this. And I'm so glad that the Canadian chapter is also opening, that we are going to look at humanity and the society as a whole. Okay, so that is what, do we want that or do we want this is the question. Now here is what it is. And intensely selfish people are always very decided as to what they wish. Sorry. Bad throat. They do not waste energies on considering what is good for others. This is happening all over the world. We are so driven by bottom lines, by things like what is the profit, how is the success happening, what is the next car we bought, that we don't think that the world at large has any meaning for them. We're willing to tread over others' toes, and there you are. So here it is. This is what David Mitchell said. An individual selfishness uglifies the soul. For the human species, selfishness is extinction. And that's where we are driving ourselves, with more of this robotics, artificial intelligence. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to get to? Those are good technologies, but used rightly. And when can that be used rightly? When we have some human values, when there is concern for human beings. So that is what I think is the mission here. Now, so what we need to do, a good education is a foundation for a better society, Elizabeth Warren. This is what it is. So therefore, in education, it is up to us educators as to how we deliver what we need to deliver. Right now, as I showed you in the first two cartoons, it's just about making robots. Okay, whether it's a more open system, whether it is experiential system, it is still delivering robots. And that's where the problem really lies. So here it is. Education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to other. Now consider some of you who are my age group, or maybe a little younger, because I think I'm the oldest here. What did we achieve? What have we passed on to the next generation? Quick success, and therefore taking shortcuts, which may or may not be very, very considerate or ethical. And you are seeing it all over, and the world is full of scams. What have we done? We created robots who were programmed to deliver a success of a particular kind, and that success has brought us to where we are. There is, of course, it is true that all of us as human beings would like to dominate and have our own voice heard and accepted over others. But good leaders, good influencers also take into account the others and how it can be, how can they be motivated to deliver. So that's what it is. Now, education is too important to be left solely to the educators. It is really a very important thing. And we need to make sure, while being educators, that the rest of the society also contributes. And in return, the people who are being educated are able to give the guide. Here is what John Adams said. There are two educations. One that should teach us how to make a living, and the other is how to live. For me, how to make a living is being taught, and is being taught a hell of a lot. But if it doesn't have the cloak of how to live, then that education isn't worthwhile. Okay. And this is what pains me, and I'm sure everybody here must be concerned, otherwise we wouldn't have come here. Here is how the people learn. There are interpersonal skills, there are logical skills, there are linguistic. So again, the point of this slide is that we are trying to suggest that each one has his own way of learning and own way of imbibing knowledge. Whereas the education system is that you get 25, 30, 40 people in a class or online and give them the same medicine. It doesn't work. So we have to find another way. Yeah, it is going to be painful, but it is not as if it is not possible. Many institutes, at least in India, have this thing called mentoring, but that also is mass production. And therefore, even mentoring in India or some other places that I know of, like Bangladesh, okay, and maybe a little bit Dr. Sharma would be able to correct me better because my information is dated, in the Gulf, both Oman and UAE, even mentoring is like, a small scale factory. That's not how it should be. So here is what I think we should be doing, and I wish Dr. Abdullah was there. Can we think of individualizing education? India had a great tradition of Gurukul, where the people, the students just went and lived with the Guru, and he administered education according to that individual. That may be, that may need to be polished. I'm not, for even a minute, trying to advocate that. But that was a good start, which somewhere got lost. Can we somehow bring it back? Okay. Then develop a pedagogy where these things must come in each subject that we teach. Suppose we are teaching mathematics. Let a mathematics teacher think of empathy, how he can bring that in. Teach mindfulness for humanity as a whole. Okay, teach sustainability because that is becoming an issue. Teach tolerance for other cultures, and this is what is becoming, a high point everywhere. We are classifying those. There are people who are crazy for power or whatever, and they go around burning, they go on killing because of some cultural and belief systems. And then we classify a whole community that way. That needs to go. That needs to go. We will have to correct those people, but that does not mean that we classify everyone else like that. Then we must learn from history, not emulate it. Now, often it is said that this was done in the past and therefore we are taking revenge. That's happening in India, if I may say. So that is history has happened and we need to look forward. We need to learn from there that was wrong and that is how it should be done. So here are two quotes. Individually, we are just a drop, but together we are an ocean. Now, David Attenborough, of course, is one of the greatest filmmakers that I know. If you are working apart, we are a force powerful enough to destabilize our planet. Surely working together, we are powerful enough to save it. And that is what I meant by these particular things, where we can include empathy, we can include mindfulness, sustainability, tolerance, and learning from history. So that is what is my idea of humanizing education. I'm willing to discuss this and I'm willing to contribute any which way that this board and Canada chapter wants it. So that's it. I hope I was not too boring, but that's what I want to do. And that's where I want to contribute.
Friends, I want to share one thing to all of you, that Dr. Dilip is not only, he's a guest today, he's not guest of honor, he's also International Academic Fraternity Board member of III. He is going, we recently discussed, yes. And we have such a power team. Like Dr. Abdullah, I think, I don't know whether everyone knows or no, Dr. Abdullah is the board of director for IAFB, International Academic Fraternity. Dr. Abdullah is IAFB. Dr. Manju, she is also the board member of IAFB. And even Mr. Asaf, who is here now, he is also IAFB, International Academic Fraternity Board member. And Dr. Dilip, he recently on discussion, he told me that we will sit and we will design a program we will design a course for humanization of education. And it is such a wonderful, and today, trust me, I noted all the points. Even though the presentation is there, but I sat and I noted all the points. Number one, selfishness is extinction. My God, what a powerful people. We get selfish and we think that we are getting it. But Dr. Dilip said it is leading to your extinction. Finish. Once people know this, nobody will be selfish. That means our humanization of education is going to work. And he said, he brought out the Gurukul concept, individualization of education. Oh my God, such a powerful concept. I'm eagerly waiting to come to India and meet Dr. Dilip and Dr. Manju and Dr. Abdullah as well. I'm going to have a meet up with everyone. Dr. Abdullah is coming to Bangalore. I'm meeting Dr. Abdullah, and I'm going to Delhi, so I'm meeting Dr. Manju. So Dr. Dilip as well. So like this, and we'll discuss the course, and trust me, our first year, after this first year, will definitely, with your support, with all of your support, we will create history. Nobody has done this till now in this world. Everybody are just squeezing the sponge in the water and bringing it out and squeezing the water, learning and squeezing it for exam, nothing more than that. And Dr. Dilip said one more point, education is for two things, one for living and how to live. So we will teach the world how to live. So thank you, Dr. Dilip, everything I have noted, and we will come up with new initiatives with the points that you have given today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you, Dr. Aliza. Sorry for taking your turn. Sorry.
Absolute perfection. I am smiling ear to ear because the team here is bringing it on the humanization of education. I have been an educator for, I think I'm in 26 years in administration and else as a teacher as well. And it's nothing more that brings me to my fullness when I see such an amazing team of people who share the same vision. That is what I would call the hope that's left for global education. We definitely are on the right train. So it is my pleasure to once again pass the microphone to the #1 breakthrough strategist and our board member here as he's going to interact with another guest. Mr. Kareem Ellis, can you please take the microphone? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm messing this up, huh? Listen. Taking the microphone. Let's get this right. So it is my pleasure to introduce us to Dr. Manju. Are you here, my sweet sister? I saw your beautiful face. We're just going to do a little bit of interaction. Are you ready? Let's see if I have you unmuted. Dr. Manju? Dr. Manju Gupta?
Yeah, I am already unmuted myself.
There you are. Now I can hear you. I see your beautiful face. So I'm going to allow
Thank you so much.
I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself. And I just want to go in a little bit of back and forth with you.
Aliza, I'm just angry with you right now. You are calling everyone. You call Dr. Manju beautiful. You call Miss Mokshi beautiful. But you
What did I do?
I'm just joking.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Manju Gupta. I am the Dean Academics of IMS Noida. So I am into this education industry for the last 22 years. So fortunately, you've invited me today for the Canada chapter launch and specifically for digital marketing. And fortunately, I am doctorate in digital marketing. I did my doctorate in 2006 when Flipkart was coming into India and they were spreading their wings to do something into e-commerce. And when e-commerce was spreading in India, I was doing my research how to add more and more security aspect by doing online transactions, online e-commerce and other things. But at the same time, I would really congratulate to Miss, I can say the guests who are present today and for the special occasion who has invited me for the Canada chapter launch. So I personally feel that this, the digital marketing is really very important because I feel today no marketing plan or strategy is complete without digital strategy. So almost all industries have been using digital marketing to build brand and to generate lead or sell. Almost 75% budget of every company is specifically segregated for digital marketing. But unfortunately, a student who go for MBA or maybe BBA, they do not know how to spend this budget, how this budget has to be utilized specifically into digital area where the maximum leads has been generating. So we need to teach them that how to do the digital promotions, how we have to gather all this information into digitalize everywhere. Digital marketing is very booming career option today. So with striking features like cost effectiveness, instant response, flexibility, convenience, effectiveness, digital marketing is making a very strong impact in the world of marketing and advertising. So I'm sure when Dr. Shama Hussain has come up with this idea of launching digital marketing, so the objective behind this launching of this course is to deliver a program which brings relevance, skills and competencies which is required to capture the huge job opportunities emerging in the field of marketing or maybe digital marketing areas. If I think we talk about the content where we generally cover different kind of content in digital marketing. So affiliate marketing is one of the most important performance-based marketing in which a business rewards one or more affiliate for each visitor or customer bought by the affiliate own marketing efforts. So I'm sure affiliate marketing are going to cover into this course module, which is very core about this relationship or a relationship between three parties. We call it as advertiser, publisher, consumers. So I'm sure this is going to be a very effective course for the student who are doing BBA or maybe MBA or PGTM or in fact BCom, because I feel that this is an independent course, and after doing this course, student must be available themselves for the industries or for the companies where they can channelize their energy to do digital promotion or digital marketing as well. So then there is analytical marketing, which is again a very interesting aspect of digital marketing, which involve traffic analysis, business and marketing research, and enhance the website traffic. I generally say to my student, now the entire data is coming from digital sphere. When the data is coming from different sphere, be it social media tools, different kind of tools are available on social media, but the concern is how this data has to be managed. So because this is a raw data, so this data needs to be managed so that we can get the accuracy of the data. So based on this accuracy of data, we can flow towards the marketing strategy for a company, because ultimately the promotion and growth of a company depends upon the accuracy of the data. So a marketing researcher has to take the data which is coming from different traffic, and they have to analyze the data. Based on data, the market research has to be done so that we can analyze and enhance the website traffic, or we can do the Google Analytics to give them insight how this website is working and how we can utilize this data specifically for our company growth and promotion strategies. Then, of course, I'm sure this course would be covering blog marketing also. So blog marketing, again, a process of reaching a business prospect through the use of blogs. So blog marketing is one of the most fundamental aspect in terms of digital marketing. Content marketing, I think the entire digital world is based on the content. If you have a strong content, you have good content, you can play with the marketing. So definitely a good marketing approach, which is focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and a consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience, and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. So I personally feel almost all of the website who are the top 5 ranking, be it Google or Amazon, whatever, so they are playing with the good, strong content. So content is very, very important in terms of digital area. So definitely, this course will cover content marketing also. Marketing and inbound marketing, efficient way to connect with the clients, where we promote our business. With the email marketing, you can easily and quickly reach to the customer market and target market without the need of large quantities of print space, television or radio time or high production cost. So I'm sure this area is going to be on very, very booming in coming time, and it has already been taking place into the market already. Mobile marketing, everybody is paralyzed now with that mobile. So mobile marketing, every now and then you see different marketing promotions activity on your mobile. So how these promotion strategies can be work around, how you can plan different strategies for a company. So purely this can be based on mobile marketing, where we need just only a smartphone, and you can play with the mind of the customer with time and location sensitivity, personalized information that promote goods and service. I'm sure you must have seen whenever you go from any of the shopping mall and suddenly a message pop up into your mobile, which give a message of, that you have been passed through this particular. So this is all about, mobile marketing or a black marketing, we can say. Pay-per-click and different kind of search engine optimization, search engine marketing. So again, this is again a method of improving the ranking of a web page and their visibility and resources, where the engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bingo, etc., they are optimizing web page in a very, very vital aspect of digital marketing. So social media marketing is also playing a very important role in terms of digital marketing and social marketing optimization or social media optimization. Video marketing, I'm sure you must have heard about the video marketing, which is a very new way of launching internet market and advertising in such a way that business create in 2 to 5 minute short video about the topic using content, strong content, I must say, where there are different kind of articles and content text writing is there. So these videos we should upload onto various video sharing websites like YouTube for distribution and exposure. Everybody is aware of YouTube promotions. So such kind of tools, Dr. Sharma is doing fantastic efforts to train to the young audience, to the young fraternity, so that they can generate their skills. Because I generally say to my student, degree is just a piece of paper if you do not have the skills in hand. If you have skill, so then definitely you are an empowered citizen or empowered person. So jobs are, plenty of jobs are available. But what is lacking? Skills are lacking. Degree will not take you anywhere. Degree is just a piece of paper. On the basis of degree, you can enter into company. But then if in order to sustain into the company, you have to have the skills in hand. So I must congratulate to the entire team who has come up with this idea of launching digital marketing, which is definitely need of the hours. The entire world has been working toward digital paradigms. And so this is the need that we should empower the young audience who has to come forward to do this course. And of course, congratulations to you, Dr. Sharma, and to the entire team. Thank you.
Thank you, Manju. Thank you so much. It's means I think we have already learned everything, Dr. Manju. Digital marketing, all the contents, everything. You have given my goodness, you have vast, immense knowledge, I feel. And it's
Dr. Sharma, I'm doctorate in digital marketing, and I did in 2006, long back.
That's why. And the more older the degree, the more expertise will be there.
Right.
That's the thing. So, over to you, Dr. Aliza.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manju, for giving us such an eloquent breakdown of the oversight of what we're to expect with this exciting program, which I definitely need to learn a lot. So I'm going to be one of your favorite students here at III. Thank you so much. I just have one brief question for you. As we are looking forward into the humanization of education, Dr. Manju, how do you see bringing this program together to truly impact that space of humanizing education?
Digital world itself is saying that we are towards humanization, because we are connecting. This pandemic has really taught us that how we are connecting to each other. So this pandemic has really taught about and make us sensitive about the humanization. So digital world. So we are moving toward digital marketing. I'm sure this is all about creating a history. So of course, this will definitely create a benchmark and will create more and more human factors and human mental balancing. So definitely this is going to be next milestone creating for this world. I'm sure.
I see it. Thank you so much again, Dr. Manju. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in Delhi in a month.
Oh, yes. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Yes.
Awesome. So I am going to give the microphone to my co-chair, Mr. Kareem Ellis, as he introduces our next guest of honor.
It's always a pleasure, a privilege, and most importantly, an honor to share the platform with you, the Honorable Dr. Lisa White. I'm so happy about the direction that we're taking this organization in. We're taking this thing all over the globe. We got so much leadership on the platform today, so much influence. Dr. Shama, your vision is so powerful. It's my honor to introduce the next guest, and I believe this next guest is going to give even more value to today's program right here on Global Express TV as we broadcast this thing live. The next guest is a gentleman that really doesn't need an introduction from me, but I'm going to do it anyways, right? His name is Asaf Vinda. Asaf Vinda. And he's going to share today his thoughts about not only who he is, where he likes to see education take ourselves to in this new chapter of 2022. And most importantly, I'm interested on how the Global Institute of Influencers merging with the Canadian chapter can transform the hearts and lives of education all over the globe. So my friend, if you're there, if you want to take yourself off of mute and join us, and let's have a chat.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Shama and all members of the board of director of II for having me on this show. By background, I come from Democratic Republic of Congo, so you can understand my accent. It's a French accent. So this is a country where I came from. And also by background, I had been a lawyer for many years, more than 10 years in Democratic Republic of Congo, lecturing in several universities locally, but also as a human rights activist. This is what I can say. This is my background. But here in Canada, I had been living in Canada now is 3 years, doing my PhD in law at the University of Ottawa. So but also I'm a founder of African Indigenous Law Research Center. So because this is linked to the topic, or I can say the subject or topic of my PhD research. So in one of my contacts with Dr. Shama, she shared with me, I can say the values, the mission of III, and I can say I'm really impressed how diverse this team is. People come from everywhere globally, and this is one of my impression. But also, I can say that the topic of how to humanize education. This topic is more interesting. It's relevant, but also in French we used to say "et à la in." I can say that is in our life of every day, and this can be at academic level or in our basic life of every day. So I am learning a lot from speakers who took the mic, but also I hope that I will learn again more from those who will speak after me. But what I'm learning here is to say that to humanize education, I think in French we have a little bit different when we talk about education, and for us we separate education and instruction. So instruction is about what can I say, knowledge, because even I really love to read Bible, and one of quotation of the Bible is to say that people lost because of lack of knowledge. So how people will have access to the knowledge? So to the knowledge, people will have access to the knowledge if they had something, if they had been trained by something, if they got the access to that knowledge. So the experience is that this world is divided. There is a developed country and there is a developing country. Like I came from Congo. Here in Canada, people have access. I can say in Western country, they have access to the education, to the instruction. But in my country, even instruction is a big deal. Everybody doesn't have access to that, to the instruction. I can give the example. I had been lecturing to Congo Hope University. It's a young university, but now is older of 10 years. But until today, they organize, for example, 5 faculties. They have a law faculty, they have a politics faculties, they have a agriculture faculty, and even now they are trying to organize medicine. But there is no library. Can you imagine that? University without library. So this is one. There is a lack of, I can say, even infrastructure. There is a lack of everything. So when we had been talking with Dr. Shama, the idea came. We say, okay, even we are facing a reality of COVID, but from COVID we should have a positive view, or we should learn. We should have a good lesson from this pandemic, because this pandemic put on table, I can say, put on table, what can I say, or bring other opportunities. Like today, a professor can be in India, but he can be teaching people who are in DRC. If they have only equipment, or if they have connections, they have internet, so we can organize education virtually. And this is maybe before 2020, this was not realistic. So the access was just a limit for meeting in office in the company. But now the system, people can be learned from far from where they are, because it's become part of our life. So this is, I can say, but to go back again about how to humanize, because the key question is how to humanize education. For me, I think we should go to the fundamental or the basic situation. Education, we got it in our family. I think we should empower family first, because this is our first what can I say, zone of influence. If you miss, or you miss your education in the family, and then I don't know what kind of person you will be, what kind of leader you will be in your life. Because when I say about the family, it's about the family values. If you got a good family values, I think even when you grow up in your life, you are the scream of these values you got in your family. So we need to empower family with skills. We need to have a program which supports family, and I think this will be very fundamental. Second, it's about what can I say, competency and what can I say, conscience, because at school we get what can I say, knowledge, instruction. You can be doctor, law, doctor. I can say scientist. You are scientist. But if you have a lack of human being value, which is love, which is care, which is respect, which is what can I say, all of this basic value, I think you will be a worse leader. And you cannot influence, and you cannot impact positively, what can I say, the life of others. I think to humanize education require to put a human being in the center of all action we are doing. So this is what I can say in large or in short about how to humanize education. I think for me, if we put human being in center, all action can be instruction, can be what can I say, skills. If we put human being in center of action, I think this will make a difference in the life of not only our fellows, but also will make difference in the life of our environment. And I think this we cannot be forgotten for what we are doing.
I absolutely love your response. It is so powerful, and most importantly, it is so needed. I love the way you just delivered all that value for all the viewers today. Dr. Shama Hussein, I have a question for you. Where did you meet this gentleman at? Because I love how you select people to become a part of your family. I love it.
Thank you.
We can't hear you, Dr. Shama. You're on mute.
I feel, Mr. Karim, this is the law of attraction.
Yes.
It absolutely is the law of attraction. Well, Mr. Asap, again, we want to thank you so much for coming on today and sharing your heartfelt wishes, not only for your vision, but taking your vision and merging it with Dr. Shama's vision, because together, I believe we're going to be able to take I all over the world and back again. So I do have one question for you. What is your personal goal for 2022? What would you like to see come out of this powerful merger, being a part of this new family?
Thank you very much for congratulations, but also, I really love also how your presentation, I really love that. And I can say it's an honor and a privilege, again, to discuss all of this with you. But before I respond to your question, I want also to congratulate our president, Madame Mokshi, who will be leading us here in Canada. So she's our boss from today. So I think my goal for the next year, it's to bring III in DRC also, so people can learn a lot and have beneficial with this program. So this is my really desire, and this is my really goal. And after that, even I can die, I will say, oh, I did my job because I brought this team to my country in order to, what can I say, to get the benefit, from all of these, I can say, interesting scholars, interesting, journalists, I can say that, interesting presenter of show. So I think this is impacting me, the diversity, because we say unit in diversity, and this is what I'm living here in this team.
Yeah, more the variety, more the uniqueness.
Yes.
More the uniqueness. We don't like to eat the same food, but if there is difference, we'll love it.
Yeah.
So what we are. Thank you, Mr. Asaf, for making today us tapping our potential by saying that your vision for 2022 is to bring III in your country. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just want to add, we are not bosses here. We are all colleagues, team members. So, but wonderful presentation and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Asap, again, thank you so much. There's a philosophy and a principle that I love so much. It says, if you want to travel fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, build a team. It's Absolutely. My honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to welcome you to Team III. Together, we're going to go far. We're going to build a legacy that will outlast us. I love it. On that note, I'm going to turn it back over to the host who has started this whole thing, who has kicked this thing off. Dr. Shama Hussein, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Dr. Lisa. Thank you, Mr.
I believe
Mr. Karim, see, they're all praising you both. They are not telling me anything. They are telling Dr. Alizan, Dr. Karim is wonderful, presenting amazing, awesome. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I will take this, I give this privilege to Dr. Aliza to initiate further.
Thank you guys so much. And now, Dr. Sharma, I have it that we're going to watch the teaser launch of our digital marketing program. And I'm excited to see it. After listening to Dr. Manju, I'm excited to see it. So let's hit that button.
Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, Ashish. No, audible, no, Ashish.
It's visible, but not audible.
Wonderful, Ashish. It's really wonderful. Dr. Aliza, can you see that?
Yes. How exciting. Oh, that was
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's exciting as well as empowering for the students, especially for MBA and BBA students who really want to empower themselves because they are looking forward how to put up their career. It's not just theory based or something. That we have the professors who are taking care of this course are completely taking you to the right of practical journey. And with the case study based questions, projects, you will become more authoritative and authentic in this program. So this program is designed in such a way basing on the levels of the students as well. Not just, we are not imposing on every student that you must take the course. The professors will be, first of all, they will be diagnosing them, like what is their level to take up which one, and then they will offer them whatever according to their limitations. So I will request now Professor Shenki, who is very talented and very attractive. She designs the program in such a way, in such a convincing way, that every student is capable of understanding and putting it into reality. So instead of wasting my time, let me, Professor Shenki, only will let you introduce you to this course, the details, everything. Professor Shenki, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Shama ma'am and Dr. White. It was amazing listening to you also. So what a lovely evening it is, having galaxy of intellectuals on the virtual platform. I welcome the chief guest of the day, Dr. Abdullah Rashid, Minister of State for Education, Maldives, Dr. Dilip, and our guest of honors, universities, vice chancellors, and dean from prestigious institutions across the globe, and all the respected dignitaries present here. I, Professor Shanki Tyagi, I am certified digital marketer and one of the convener of this digital marketing and web analytics certification programs. Thanks you all for gracing this event. Thank you so much, International Institute of Influencers, in association with Crown University and supported by United Nations Global Marketplace, World Book of Records, and Dr. Shama Hussain, founder and CEO of III, for launching the course as a catalyst for change in enhancing the presence in more lucrative manner for the society and its development. So the day has finally arrived where we were all waiting anxiously for this. And we are here virtually launching digital marketing course named as Digital Marketing and Web Analytics. So digital marketing has now become the popular stream in India and all over the world, where every business is stepping into the new market strategies to build a high competitive strength, to increase the customers, as well as to make the businesses supreme. At digital marketing is leading way to foster their business. As rightly linked by Dr. Manju today, digital marketing is certainly one of the main key factors in business world today. As it is quite different from traditional marketing, this course will provide you a number of tips to stay focused, balanced, and in sync with your market and client, while giving an innovative methods of capturing market and the new trends. Digital marketing course launched by III has to be distinct in itself because it will going to launch in 2 levels. Level 1, which is a basic training in digital marketing, and level 2 is an advanced analytical digital marketing course for all the learners. And learners can choose both or the course as per their capabilities and interest in learning. Now, the most obvious question in the minds of learners will be that why they should join this course. This course will going to provide in-depth understanding of core concepts of digital marketing, firstly, then a lucrative career options to everyone. Vast opportunities, as digital marketing is rightly said, is entering into the private space of each and every consumer these days. Learners can start their career immediately, convenience and flexibility of work of their own, detailed understandings of metrics as things are changing and dynamic in the marketing world, freelancing opportunities in plenty to each and every learner, whosoever is enrolled into it. You're going to experience, explore, and evolve through the course. Digital marketing helps in generating engagement with prospective students using the right content at right time. Millionaires will going to accept available round-the-clock facility, which will going to help them to connect online clearly and efficiently. So let's come and learn to know the user experience, enhancement, client attention, and satisfaction generation in a more broader domains. Become your own boss and gain financial independence in the rest of your career. Now I'd like to thank all the dignitaries present here to motivate the morale of each and every one of us. Thank you for sparing your precious time out of your busy schedule for motivating all of us. Wishing you all a happy and safe living. All the best. Thank you so much. Now over to Dr. Shama, ma'am. Kindly proceed.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shenki. I hope this definitely many students are going to join this program, and definitely they are going to utilize the expertise of you, Professor Ashish and Dr. Ravneet, 3 of you who are taking care of this program in 16 modules, I think. Yes, it is 16 modules.
True.
It's a 16 modules program, and definitely each and everything is verified. And as we said, our base is humanization promotion of education. So that is all the time taken care of. And definitely the students who are going to take up the program will be get the opportunity during their modules to meet the experts from international platform as well. We will bring them some international experts who can come and guide them with their expertise from different countries so that they can know they cannot be just limit themselves inside the well as a frog inside the well. We don't want our students to stay inside the well itself. We want them to show what is the competitions, what are the challenges that they have. So thank you, Ms. Shanky. It's amazing. And thank you for introducing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And the course is under the guidance of Dr. Sharma. It has to be bang on. We have to keep each and every point to the context, to the point, each and everything. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you so much. Professor Ashish, are you going to put any insights?
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening to everyone, each one of you who are present here. And yes, we all three, Dr. Ravneet, Professor Shanky, and I have had lots of work, done lots of research to design this program. And yes, this is there are 2 levels we have launched, level 1, level 2, and we are targeting all the school students and college students, both of them. So we required a lot of wishes from your side and from all the respected dignitaries. So thank you so much, Dr. Sharma ma'am, for giving this opportunity, this platform to explore ourselves. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much.
Over to you. Wishing best of luck to all of us. Yes, Dr. Elizabeth. So I think we had great time today. It was a wonderful launch and a wonderful gathering, meeting you, knowing you, all of you. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for accepting our invitation. It's our honor to host you all today, Ms. Mokshi. Thank you so much for taking our chapter ahead. Thank you so much, Ms. Mokshi.
I'm so excited, and thank you for having me. And let's work together as a team.
Yeah, I hope to see Miss Mokshi soon in Canada.
Yeah, sure. When are you planning to come?
Well, first my son is coming, then we'll decide the program.
Okay, sounds good. All right, please stay in touch.
Yeah. See, in my case, my family stretches from North Pole, which is Canada, nearer that, to South Pole, which is Sydney in Australia.
That's good to know.
I stay closer to the equator.
That is smart. So where do you stay, Dr. Dilip?
I am in India. In India. Yes.
So will I be able to meet you there in New Delhi next month?
It'll all depend on Dr. Sharma. If she wants me to come there, I will be there.
She's the boss?
Okay. Well, she's the motivator, I would say. I mean,
no influence can come from me, huh?
one of the courses that needs to be